joining us now to provide insight on the violent disruption of Labour Party members during their defection to the African Democratic Congress in Alimosho, Lagos, is Dotun Hassan, a political activist as well as analyst. Dr. Hassan, thank you so much for joining us and your time. Now, let's start with the big picture. What do you make of the violent disruption at the Labour Party defection event in Alimosho?
Well, violence of any kind in any society is highly condemnable, no matter which side are we standing. But in terms of where we are at the moment, we need to understand the effect that the position of the law must be critical in any society. And that is where the police must step in. That is where the law enforcement must also investigate. So that name calling and name tagging by any means whatsoever should not be tolerated. We can say yes because he's in Lagos and because of political infractions. We all know how tense the political situation in the country is, and this is good, and this goes to say that our political leaders must also be cautious, because what we are seeing are just symptoms of more things to come. Either way, either from Labour Party, ADC, PDP, APC, there is a need for us to unite as Nigerians. Because if you allow 2027 election to degenerate into a fracas of war, no one will benefit from it. And that's why I will implore that the law enforcement agents must take this infraction, this inferno, this political issue with all seriousness it deserves, so that we should avert loss of lives and property. We know definitely Alimosho is a big local government. We have a large chunk of PDP followers. We have a large chunk of APC followers. We have a large, the other political parties coming up from the Labour are also there. So in terms of what the scenario is all about, we should douse down tension. And this is where I have to call on political leaders, that the kind of language they dole out, because when political leaders begin to say that, oh, we are going to defend with our blood, our might, everything within us, those are violent statements in any form. Because if you are going into an election and all you are already preparing a synopsis that, oh, will not accept the result, the synopsis of religious and ethno-religious crisis, and it's high time all of us come together. As the president of the Yoruba Council Worldwide, I believe strongly that people should live in harmony. Even those of the opposition party, they should equally mind how the provocative statement can equally invite crisis. So in any form, people should be weary. Those of the opposition should not capitalize on the fact that, yes, there has always been crisis. Then let us promote the inferno. Nobody will benefit from it. And that's why I want to call on Governor of Lagos State to take up responsibility and address the issue. Let there be more meetings of leaders of political party beyond INEC calling all of them. INEC is just an umpire, but the government of the day has the powers to maintain law and order. So irrespective of political party, the government is superior over political party, and that's why I will implore His Excellency Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. He has always been a man of good character, and he has not been a violent governor. So Lagos is not a center that we should welcome such an inferno.
Yeah, Dotun, if I may, I mean, we've seen defections from opposition parties, including the PDP and the Labour Party, as well, of course, now to the APC in other states. But it would appear as though the retaliation or the response to this particular one was different. Why do you think that is?
The political environment is different. When governors are defecting, they go to bigger stadiums. When junior and ward or local government are defecting, it is now a tit for tat. These are people that know themselves in the same area and the same ward. Majorly, some had bad grudges that already transferred aggression. So that is why I want to implore. We lack political discipline and culture from both the ruling party and the opposition. We don't even play opposition in this country. we play detrimental politics, politics of evil, politics of hatred, politics whereby nothing good comes out of the government of the day, whereby instead of the opposition to equally cautiously guide their utterances, they speak out of interest, the fact that, oh, they are more concerned about power rather than the collective interest of everyone. I would rather say, be it Labour, be it APC, we are all human. The day we begin to die the humanity in all, that day the evil are beginning to take this space. And that's what I want to implore. Even political parties, defection programs should be done in a cautious manner. Politicians overreact and overspeak at even rallies, the way they condemn, the way they speak at each other, and it's not really the best. You see name mentioning and unguided statement, both from the Labour presidential candidate, from Wike, from all of you. These statements will not heal the nation. The country at the present moment we are now is about insecurity. Insecurity do not know either you are APC or PDP.
Right.
When it arises, it's all of us. So
Dotun, if I may,
symptoms of division, we should constantly guide against it. And I want to implore the National Orientation Agency needs to speak more with more advert that will guide the citizen on the need to have a law that will prohibit election violence, either pre-election, on election day or post-election. Because so many nations have gone into war as a result of the carelessness.
Yeah, if I may, I'd like to come in on that because I want to piggyback off of what you said about the political disciplines. What you've said, does this not kind of communicate right now that the current sitting party operates from a winner-takes-it-all kind of mentality?
No, not at all. It's not
Please
that
elaborate.
situation. You know, because governance is a different ball game. The crowd of people across political supporters are different. They have their own mentality. And the culture of defection at the central level is predicated on the development strides of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we should separate the wheat from the chaff. We should not use one clandestine, ill-motivated crisis in the mushroom area to now use as a covering the field to distort the real fact. If you see governors defecting, they defect because, yes, the government of the day have increased the IGR of the state to over 300% of whatever they are collecting as allocation in order to cascade that money for further development of their citizens, of the community, of all of us. So different from what we are used to before, the security that we are talking about today have been taken on head-on. You can see our military men, day in, day out, they are recording success. These are symptoms of viability. And regrettably, opposition parties are more scattered even among themselves. You can see what is going on in the PDP. It's rather unfortunate that a big political party as the PDP will not see from the eyes of the law when they know what is right, that a national secretary of a party and a national chairman cannot be discarded on the premise of political impunity. And that is why they are paying bigly with the judgment of the court that just arose. And that is one of the reasons that Adeleke of Osun State equally left the PDP, because he knows if he's running on that platform, he might end up in court losing all his political mileage. So there are a lot of crisscross in the Labour Party. There are crises of who is the head. The Abure faction are hell-bent to causing crisis. This is not an APC issue. We need to embrace party discipline. If people do not fail, do fail to understand that when they are given opportunity to serve, it's not their birthright. We have this sitters mentality, which is killing majority. But I want to implore that the best way we can have a successful country is when all of us unite peacefully. We must also look at governance. Playing opposition should not be hell-bent on condemnation. Sometimes opposition can provide solutions, not just complain and revolving crisis. So, and that is the culture we are learning from. So, the earlier, the better. All of us realize that Nigeria belongs to all of us. Winning about 2027 should not be a do or die affair. It should be predicated on your achievement, on your developmental stride, and your antecedent.
Right. Dotun Hassan, a political analyst and activist, he's not going anywhere. He's staying with us. But we go on a quick break now, and when we return, more on this story right here on News Central. Stay with us. Thank you so much for staying with us. In case you are joining us, my name is Inam, and you are live with us with news at 12 on News Central TV. Now, still with us is Dotun Hassan, a political activist and analyst who brings us a bit of insight on the attack and the defections happening within the political space. Dotun, thank you so much. I want us to move to the political tolerance within the state of Lagos. And my question to you is, do you think that this attack signals a broader trend of intolerance towards opposition parties on Nigerian politics?
You know, let's be thorough and balanced in our approach in dealing with the issue. Because when you relate it to the fact that opposition tolerance, no, even the opposition needs to be tolerant about the government of the day. Because we have this mentality that, oh, winner takes it all. If I don't get it, you that get it, I must destroy it. This mentality of destructive mentality must end. And regrettably, the society is not frowning at this problem. There is a menace that is already a cankerworm that it will take us many years to really understand. And that is a menace. If you call that menace now, in any way you want to identify it, it's now becoming a menace, even to those that are accommodating them now. If you look at the way and manner the social media have been thrown into a place by the obedient movement. What do we call the obedient movement? Some people have just decided to be politically dissident in, and ensuring that anytime they want to speak, they don't just see anything good to talk about the government. Even no matter how a government might look so bad, America is not that perfect, but they guide the utterance or the way they build their country. And that is where my concern is. If you are talking about tolerance and the government is doing their own part, the citizens and some sections believe that they can never be, they will never be unrepentantly against the government. You see them abusing the government as if we are in a state of anarchy. Some will even say they don't even recognize the president as the president of the country, even when the law have decided so. So meaning people are beginning to see themselves as law, which is beginning to show chaotic nature of human. And I want to implore that we cannot lead a nation in this manner. Either you are obedient, articulate to Tinubu, we all must calm down. We need to really calm our nerves. And let's look in between the lines. Are there development? If there are crises in this certain area, how do we justify and handle it in a more moral way with a lot of impression of positive like mind, not destructive mentality? And that's where the tolerance to me comes from. We need to be politically disciplined. Yes, Labour Party as a national, I'm not speaking for Labour Party as a whole, but Labour Party itself has not even decided to decamp to ADC, but people at the world are decamping. So the political balancing is even not with discipline. So people don't even have party loyalty. People are only interested in who is their leader, that is individual mentality without projecting institution. And it happens to all of us. If you begin to say, oh, it's because of APC, you go there, you just see people that are prepared to run for primaries, and parties say, oh, they want a sole candidate. That will not project the like minds of those that are in the party, those that have invested their time. Even if it is politically orientated that is to project and reduce crisis and project the party, we need to carry people along from the foundation. Right. So that we need to guide ourselves. There is a lot of issues that people rarely speak about, but these issues that are building up will become volcanic if not tightly resolved. Yes, Mr. Dotun. Now, if we look at it, across the board, is it possible that the ruling party is not allowing other parties to thrive? And I say this because an example is when Governor Okpeolo took office, it was said that Peter Obi was also not allowed in the state. No. Wait, let me tell you something. The present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the most receptive government that allows every opposition to thrive unimpededly. We've seen oppositions in some other climes, even under different climes of government, that are not given this open wave of opportunity. That we must salute the government that allows political freedom. We cannot say because everything is swerving here and there and people just want to condemn. No. That is why, to me, I will not speak because of the fact that, oh, okay, because it's sentimental. No, I'm not sentimental. These are reality. If political parties are witch-hunted, ADC will not have even survived their political leaders amalgaming. The way the PDP was destroyed, PDP was self-destroyed by the fact that people do not abide by the Southern agenda. Because of political interest, they allow their personal interest, their selfish interest, to override the reasoning and development of that party. That is not a problem. You don't blame a man for the problem in another man's house if you don't manage your house well. Everybody must learn discipline. The PDP is not learning from their past mistakes. APC too must also learn rightly. Either they are the government of the day, a government with 32 political parties is a pride, but it will not sustain if political discipline is not manifested among political leaders. When citizens make their cries, there should be listening point. There should be room of engagement.
Right.
Even no matter how. And that's why I want to implore, I will still implore the opposition leader. They should not neglect the government of the day in plain enmity.
Right.
Because anything that happens in 2027 is all about all of us.
Thank you.
For me, I will implore all Nigerians to be above all these issues. Let's be more reactive. Let's play our role as citizens. When the elections are coming, let's be participatory. Let's not allow political party alone to determine our fate in this country.
Right.
We are beginning to become an election pro country.
Yes, thank you.
About governance.
Yeah, Mr. Dotun, thank you so much. We're out of time, but thank you so much for your insights on this matter.